previous training, I asked you some tough questions. We're going to focus on a couple of those questions today as we talk about the 4 keys of advertising and marketing. Those tough questions: what is your triggering event, and are you known before you're needed? Most of you know what that triggering event is that caused people to consume your product or service. But are you known before you're needed? You see, if a triggering event occurs and you're not known before you're needed, you have no opportunity to capture someone's business. So when you understand what your triggering event is, you must start talking to people before that triggering event happens so that you're known before you're needed. If a loved one dies, what funeral home do I call if my loved one hasn't made that decision? If I fall and hurt myself and I need a chiropractor, do I know one? If my car breaks down and I don't have a mechanic, who fixes my car? Where's that call going to go? Or who's going to tow my car in the first place before I ever get it to the shop? That's why your marketing and advertising is so important, because it's talking to people constantly. So when that triggering event occurs, because you don't know when that's going to happen, and largely neither do the people who are going to experience that triggering event. And that's one of the challenges about your business. You don't know when people are going to be ready to do business with you, so you need to make sure they're aware of you. So when they are in the market for your product or service, they give you the first opportunity. And again, that opportunity doesn't guarantee you the business, but you'd rather be the first option than second, third, fourth, fifth, or none at all. Recent studies have shown that 80% of people do business with a brand they're familiar with. Now I'm going to say that again because this is so important that you get this. 80% of people do business with a brand they're familiar with. That doesn't mean that they've done business with you before or have a relationship with you. That means they're aware of your brand. So that if they don't already have a relationship with someone in your category, their business is in play. And if they know about you, about your brand, 80% of the time, they're going to give you the first opportunity for their business. And that is mission critical, that you are known before you're needed. So how do you get known? It's the 4 keys of advertising: consistency, frequency, repetition, and compelling message. With advertising, you have to be in front of people all the time because you can't predict when they are going to need you. So that doesn't mean advertising or marketing for a handful of months and then saying, okay, we're good, everybody knows I'm here. Out of sight, out of mind. We're bombarded with commercials. We're bombarded with life. And you disappear from our minds. You expect us to remember you when a triggering event occurs if your competitors are talking to us, or if we go to our smart device and we Google you. You need to be out there all the time. That means all the time. Consistency, frequency, repetition. 3 of the 4 keys of advertising. Consistency means you're out in front of them all the time. Frequency, multiple times. Repetition, multiple times. You need to be hitting those people constantly, because not every time that your message gets out there will they hear it or see it. They may not have their radio, their TV on. They may not always be online. They may not always be in front of a newspaper, online or offline. So you need to make sure those messages are constantly running with frequency, with repetition. The repetition comes in, different from frequency, is the same way that we listen to music or that we learn new songs. You may hear a great song on the radio, and the second time that you hear it, you may not recognize it until the first 10, 15, 20 seconds, and then you go, oh, I know that song. But you didn't recognize it from the first note. You weren't able to sing along right away. Those 2 things came after you'd heard it with consistency, frequency, and repetition. It's the same thing with your advertising and your marketing messages. You have to constantly be in front of people, consistently, frequently, with repetition, so that people get your business planted in their brains. So when that triggering event occurs, they come seek you first. Maybe they still go to their phones to look up your phone number or address, but now they're looking specifically for you, not their competition, not your competition. The compelling message. So critically important, because you can do the first 3 things exactly right, and if your messaging is wrong, getting the other 3 right really doesn't matter. Here's what you need to know about your compelling message. It's not about you. You hear far too many messages today that say, "Hi, I'm a nice person. I've been in business for a million years. We have great prices, great service, great products, great staff. We're great, 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 great. Come in today." People don't care. People don't care about you. And I'm willing to bet that you watching this video probably don't care about me. What you care about is what I'm sharing to help grow your business, to help recession-proof your business. Because that's going to make your life better. Guess what? That's what the people who consume your business want. They want to know, how are you going to make their life better, more affordable, easier? How are you going to make life better? If you talk about them, talk about how you solve a problem that they have, they're not going to tune you out. They're not going to change the station. They're not going to mentally tune you out. They will listen to what you have to say. Understanding, at that moment they hear your message, they may not need you, but that's okay. You still want to put that flag in their brain to mark your land of, this is my spot in your brain. When that triggering event occurs, remember the flag is here. Come do business with me. Talk about them, what helps them live more comfortably, more affordably, makes their life better. Keep in mind the 2 things in life that people want most are more money and more time. And typically we as consumers have to spend one to get the other. If you can tell me how I can get more time, how I can get more money, whether that's saving it or earning it, you have my attention. Because that quality of life means a lot to me. Maybe that extra time means I can spend more time with my family, doing the things that I love, whatever the case may be. That patio set, that grill that you're selling, it's not about the features. It's what that grill and patio set allows them to do. Oh my gosh, I love grilling outside, and my grill is awesome, and the food always tastes great, and it inspires me to want to be outside more and spend more time unplugged with my family, getting to know them, sharing our days. Man, I never thought getting this patio set and grill would make such a fantastic difference in my life. I didn't talk anything about specifications. I didn't go down bullet points. I'm not trying to make a logical argument. I'm going right for the heartstrings and the emotions. And then logic will either reinforce or destroy the emotional decision. That's where the compelling creative comes in. Because at the end of the day, Mindshare equals market share. I'm going to say that again. Mindshare equals market share. If you're in front of somebody in whatever form, consistently, frequently, with repetition and compelling messaging, and you're known before you're needed at that triggering event, guess what? Mindshare equals market share. And if your competitors aren't in front of them in whatever form with consistency, frequency, repetition, and you are, triggering event happens, mindshare equals market share. And then you're developing a relationship with that customer. It's not about a simple transaction and you're done. You want that relational shopper for the lifetime value of that shopper, for that customer, for that client. And that is a major way to recession-proof your business. Are you using those 4 keys? Are you in front of people consistently, frequently, with repetition? How's your creative? If you have commercials, have someone you love, have someone you know, trust, listen to them. And then when the commercial ends, ask them, okay, I know we're friends, I know we're related, I know we're whatever. Tell me, would this commercial cause you to buy my product? If the answer is no, Ask why. And 9 times out of 10, they'll say, it wasn't interesting, it was boring. Well, what made it boring? Because it was facts and information. It wasn't coming from the heart on how you help people. The 4 keys of advertising. Implement them today. Grow your business and recession-proof it. We'll see you next time.